Welcome to See Social Differently, a podcast brought to you by Sprout Social, where we talk about one of our favorite topics, seeing social differently. I'm your host, Alicia Daitner, and this is our first mini-sode. Mini-sodes are short episodes where you'll find extra doses of thought-provoking, trend-spotting, hot take content. Today, Sprout Social's brand copywriter, Heliz Mazouri, is joining us along with Marissa Meizz, creator of the No More Lonely Friends community. You may recognize Heliz's voice from some of our other trend spotting content on social. Check out the links in the show notes for more. And now I'm going to hand it over to Heliz.
Thanks, Alicia. So today we're asking kind of an interesting question. For all that can be said about social media disconnecting people, we want to know, is there a case for social actually creating more connected, more human experiences? So Marissa, welcome. We're so happy to chat with you. And before we get started, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Marissa Meizz. I am 24 years old. I live in New York City, but I have been on the road for about 6 months doing meetups around the world for No More Lonely Friends. I love meeting people, and it is one of my greatest goals to kind of just help the world in another way that is very unique, but trying to keep it within the means of including everybody and just trying to make an impact in a different way.
Yeah, definitely. And for those who aren't already familiar with your story, could you give us a quick rundown of how No More Lonely Friends got started?
Yeah, basically a video went viral on the TikTok app, and it was of this guy named Drew, and he was walking on the streets of New York, and he overheard my old friends talking poorly about me and trying to plan something without me so that they wouldn't have to invite me, basically. And he recorded it and posted it on TikTok, and the video went stupid viral all across the world. Basically, I saw the video and didn't really know what was going to happen after that. Overnight, I went viral. I gained over 100,000 followers. People from around the world were messaging me saying, forget your old friends. Let's be friends. Let's be friends. And from that, I created the No More Lonely Friends community and started hosting meetups for people that wanted to make friends in their city and just hang out and have a good time.
Yeah, and what was so interesting about the way that happened so quickly is like this being such a successful endeavor in that like short amount of time is kind of a testament to how you committed to this idea of creating a community from the beginning. So what made you in this process kind of want to pursue this and create this space on social?
I think growing up, I've always wanted kind of a space like this where people could just come and be themselves. And that was the cool thing about it, is that it's so accepting. Everyone there is just so happy to be there, so happy to make friends, and just everyone's so nice. And I just think that's the best part, is that it keeps the brand name of, No More Lonely Friends, of if you're reading this, we should be friends type of thing.
With that in mind, like what role do you think brands and businesses can serve in a community like this, if any, if you think there's a role for brands and businesses in communities like this on social?
Yeah, I think that they have to definitely ease their way into it. I think there's a lot of different ways you can go about this. A lot of partnerships or brand deals that I did were, meetup apps, or something that they had the same motto as me. Like, a company came to us and said, we would love to help you host an adult summer camp next year. And we're like, that sounds amazing, and it's stuff like that where it's like, it could also help the others, but also for me, it would be such a cool event for me to host as well, So it's kind of stuff like that where they come to this with outspoken ideas that really kind of push the limits of what we could do next and move on and grow as a company.
Yeah, it sounds like you're really looking for that like full circle kind of like contribution from a brand. Like they're actually contributing to the in-person experience and not just sort of inserting themselves or encroaching on the space, That's really cool. Have you worked with any brands so far that you think was like an ideal model case?
I think I worked with a company called IRL, and it's an app, it's a meetup app. And they actually just helped me host my last event of the year in Vegas. And I think it was great because they came to me with a whole slideshow of how what we can do, how we can bring people together. Well, what can we push that makes this different than another event, stuff like that, where it's very just focus driven on how can we bring the people together, not, okay, what money do you need for us to do this?
Before all of this happened, did you have what were your views on social, and has this experience changed those views for you at all?
I loved social media from the beginning. I always used it in a sense of meeting up with people in real life, I guess. And I just love the fact of I can look at people's work. I can find an artist that I really love. I can watch videos of creators that I just really care about. It's just stuff like that where it's stuff I would have never known.
Yeah, and what's so cool is you have had a hand in bringing other people together and like helping them meet new people and helping them create like a more connected experience in the areas that they're in. So that's just like a really big impact for something that started out as like this like short, quick viral moment
Yeah,
on
definitely.
TikTok.
Yeah.
So do you think that this unexpected path that kind of led to No More Lonely Friends is a taste of the future, or maybe just the new norm for community building on social?
I just think that that online community is so tight of just everyone always being like, it's like TikTok trends. You could say a TikTok trend out loud and then someone else across the room will know it. And you're like, and it's almost that
And there's
connecting
nothing
factor
like that feeling.
of like, you're like, you've seen that one video? Like out of all the trillions of videos on the internet, you've seen that one video. It's like, it's so wild, it's just that's
Yeah.
something that keeps people together of just that online persona that kind of carries into real life.
Definitely. Yeah. There's just so much there, like so much I think social offers to really like not disconnect us so much, but like connect us, like bring people together, even
Yeah.
though it feels like it's so broad. And Marissa, I just want to say thank you so much for
Thank
speaking with
you.
us and sharing some of your insight around this really cool thing you created. If people haven't already checked out No More Lonely Friends on Instagram and TikTok, 100% go check these pages out. They're really cool, really interesting experiences. If it's ever in your city, 100% go. It sounds like you have really cool plans. You've already been so successful. We only wish you the best. And thanks again for being here.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I am back with Heliz after her conversation with Marissa, and the thing that I'm taking away the most from this conversation is that people crave connection, and social is a forum for connection.
Yeah, 100%. I think that there's real value in learning about how to create these like authentic moments on social media from just like the average social users driving these things. I think a lot of the work that we do and a lot of the work that our customers do is often marketer to marketer, and we're learning from each other, and it's like this big wonderful universe of like support and knowledge. But at the same time, if we're only learning from marketers about authenticity and creating human experiences, how are we effectively getting to create those moments that our customers can connect to, right? Marissa brought up some really wonderful points about like the thoughtfulness and the mindfulness that goes into people and creators wanting to work with brands in ways that align with their values, and making sure that they contribute to an event or contribute to an experience versus like encroaching on an experience or shadowing that experience.
I couldn't agree more. And it's a two-way street. Brands should be thoughtful when they're reaching out to creators, how they want to partner with them. Thank you again so much for that interview with Marissa, and we will talk more soon.